What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about questing at level 25 and some really important things you got to consider before you go out and do it, because it's a very popular way in order to make gold. Now, talking about making gold, big thank you to every single one of you guys that has picked up a copy of the Season of Discovery Complete Gold Guide. Really do appreciate it, and it's super nice to see all the positive feedback on the Gold Guide. And just know that if you pick up the Gold Guide, it comes with every single phase for free, like updates. So whenever we dive into phase 2 in Season of Discovery, I update the Gold Guide to be suitable for that phase, and then I send it to your email directly. So if that sounds interesting, you can find it linked down below in the comments section. But back to the subject, questing at level 25. So once you reach level 25, you're considered like the max level. So instead of getting experience from the quests, you're going to get an increased amount of gold. An example is this quest, The Color of Blood, which will reward you with 1 gold and 99 silver. Now, this is originally a quest that on Classic will yield you 40 silver. But since you can't get experience, it's like in TBC being level 70 and then doing the quests for additional gold. You get like gold instead of XP. And this is like one of the most common ways that I see people discuss online of obtaining gold. They just run around, they do quests, and then they get like a decent amount of gold. Now, first of all, it can be a very efficient way of making gold. You don't have to rely on the auction house or anything. You just straight raw gold into your pockets, right? However, there's some people doing these quests where they spend 45 minutes to do a quest, and in return, they're rewarded with 2 gold. Not exactly a super strong gold per hour, but that's not the biggest factor of why I'm not doing quests. Because if you do all the quests, which is completely fine as long as you have a good plan on what to do whenever phase 2 releases. Because if you run around and you do all the quests for gold, you're going to find yourself in a position where you don't even know where to go to quest when you can level up to level 40. Now, that is fine as long as you don't mind doing the alternative ways of leveling, which consists of either dungeon spamming your way up until you reach like a new zone where you can pick up quests again. So you have to dungeon level for a couple of levels until you reach a comfortable zone where you can do a bunch of quests, or if you don't mind grinding mobs. Now, both ways can be done quite efficiently because everyone is doing BFD, getting really fat gear, and just mob grinding is going to be extremely efficient way of level. But if you're one of those people that absolutely hate mob grinding, hate running out of quests, don't do quests at level 25, right? It's just not worth it. Another thing is that when phase 2 arrives and you do the quests, you're still going to get gold. You're just not going to get as much gold. So I think the most optimal way of doing it is to just pick up all of the elite quests, and instead of doing them now, just store all the items in your bank. So whenever phase 2 hits, you'll have 20 quests completed. So you can just go around, hand in those quests, level super quickly, get ahead of the herd, and long term, you will definitely make more gold doing that, reaching a higher level quicker, so you can get into those higher level gold farms, more raw gold from higher level mobs and all of that. So it's just long-term play is definitely just having all of these quests completed. And then don't hand them in, and then you hand them in whenever phase 2 hits, where you can get experience from the quests rather than the bonus gold. But I definitely see the topic of, or the reasoning why people are doing it. But some arguments is the bus student, I play a priest. My priest is horrible. Like, I can't efficiently gold farm, but I can do the quests. That's true, but when phase 2 hits, you're still going to be on a horrible priest, and you'll find yourself having to mob grind or do dungeons. And if you don't enjoy any of that, well, it's going to kind of suck for you that you've already done all the quests that's appropriate at your level. So just something to think about. And I definitely think that you can achieve a higher gold per hour doing other means of farming than questing. There's, of course, going to be some some examples where questing is going to be super good gold per hour. Like if you go to a typical hub, let's say you go to like Manethil Harbor and you pick up all the quests, you go around in the world, you do all the quests, and then you go and hand them all back in, then it's going to be quite efficient. But there's too many people doing like one quest here, one quest there, a lot of back and forth running, and the active gold per hour is really bad. So moral of the video, as long as you've planned ahead and you don't mind mob grinding, or you don't mind like spamming dungeons for a couple of level whenever phase 2 comes, by all means go ahead and do the quests. But still, as long as you don't have a big urge for gold and you really struggle to obtain gold in other ways, it's better to have 20 quests completed in your quest log and then hand them all in when phase 2 hits, so you can, as I said, reach a higher level before the majority of the players and get into those really good gold farms before the herd, because you level quicker, right? You were prepared when phase 2 hit. So that was pretty much it. Decided to make a video on this because there's a lot of questions about it. A lot of people asking me if I'm doing quests in order to get gold. So that's my thoughts about it. If you guys got any questions whatsoever, leave them down below in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that way you'll be notified whenever my next video hits. And you can, of course, always check out the complete gold guide for Season of Discovery, link down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.